These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Hello on this Tuesday. I'm Megan Thompson with your afternoon update from ABC15 Arizona. And right now we are following up to several breaking news stories we brought you first on ABC15 Mornings. A 62-year-old woman stabbed to death in Glendale, and now police are searching for the person responsible. It all happened late last night near 83rd Avenue in Bethany home. Investigators do not have a suspect description. Anyone with information is urged to call police. The US 60 is back open after a deadly crash. This one happened around 3 this morning near Power Road. DPS says at least one person was killed, but we don't know if anyone else was hurt in this single vehicle crash. They are investigating the cause. A deadly shooting suspect is now in custody. Phoenix police say someone was shot at around 10 last night. That victim died at the hospital. Investigators tracked down the suspect and arrested them. We're working to learn what led to that shooting.
Mexico is Arizona's biggest trading partner, and here in Nogales, you can really see that connection right along the border. This community depends not just on people crossing every day, but also goods, tens of billions of dollars every single year. So we wanted to come here and follow up to see how the tariff situation is impacting this border town, especially as we track President Donald Trump's first 100 days in office.
Right now, we're in survival mode.
That's how Guillermo Valencia describes the current tug of war over tariffs.
We're in the eye of a hurricane.
That's how it feels to you.
Yeah, we are. We have a policy, then a new policy comes in, and what's the detail on this new policy? What's the detail on the old policy?
What kind of toll has this taken on you?
It's been the hardest time of my business career.
A career that has spanned nearly half a century, moving goods back and forth across the border as a customs broker. Big business here in southern Arizona. According to the Greater Nogales-Santa Cruz County Port Authority, more than $34 billion of imports and exports passed through ports of entry in Nogales last year alone. But it's more than just things. It's also people. Businesses I spoke to along Grand Avenue in Nogales tell me concerns over changes to immigration policy, inflation, and now tariffs have many of their customers staying home.
No está gastando dinero como antes.
They're not spending money like before, says Francisco Mora, who works at this store right by the border. He says even as a duty-free store, panic over prices across the board have had an effect on sales. ¿Están preocupados por los precios?
Sí, porque si va a impactar, va a subir todo.
So he said people are really worried about the prices, especially when it comes to tariffs, and worries that it's going to impact everyone. But not everyone thinks that tariffs are a bad idea. In a statement, the United Auto Workers Union said in March, quote, "We applaud the Trump administration for stepping up to end the free trade disaster that has devastated working class communities for decades." Others, like Joshua Rubin, have concerns but are waiting to see what happens.
It's another way of addressing it. Maybe not the best way, but it's another way. We cannot continue doing the same thing over and over and over again. That's not me giving support to this administration, just saying that we need more dialogue. My biggest fear is that companies aren't going to be able to grow and expand like they wanted to, resulting in people not getting the jobs and the opportunities that they should have gotten.
Opportunities, some worry, could be casualties in the on-again, off-again trade war, with the border being the battlefield. In Nogales, Nick Saletti, ABC15 Arizona.
Tracking your most accurate forecast on this Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. A pleasant start to the day here in the valley with temperatures in the upper 60s, lower 80s already by midday, and forecasting a high just a couple of degrees shy of 90. But notice how we have introduced a slight chance for an evening shower here in the metro. Better chance of rain will be up in parts of the high country, but just a few isolated showers here and there. But an isolated thunderstorm cannot be ruled out either, so small hail and gusty winds not out of the realm of possibility along the I-17 corridor from north of Phoenix through as you head toward areas like Camp Verde along with Flagstaff. But even a slight chance of a shower in the valley late this evening, mainly in northern and eastern parts of Maricopa County. Highs in the 50s and 60s up north and to the east with 70s and 80s across the majority of the lower deserts with that 7-day forecast showing temperatures back in the 90s in the valley beginning tomorrow through at least the early part of the weekend. In the high country, 50s and 60s for the next several days, but turning windy and cooler by the latter part of the weekend and next week with highs on Monday in the 40s.
Another update tonight. Until then, get the latest news, weather, and traffic at abc15.com, or you can download our free ABC 15 mobile app.
These latest headlines from ABC 15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.